Hi everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how do we use event pattern and look at how do we publish events and how do we subscribe events in integration. First of all, we will create an event. We will create our client to publish that event and we will create multiple subscribe to subscribe those events. So basically, so as part of this video, I'm going to show you our employee onboarding process where I'm going to create an event that will be used to publish an employee onboarding data. And then I'm going to create a client application that is going to publish the event. So there's an integration event publisher that I'm going to create. There's a REST-based integration that we will create. And in that, I'm going to use the same event that I will create and publish that. And then I'm going to create two subscriber. One is for the ATP and second is for the FTP, right? When the event will be published, those two subscribers will be fired and those two subscribers will be created based on the event pattern that is introduced in Oracle Integration 3. So let's look at this. How do we achieve this employee onboarding with the help of event mechanism in Oracle Integration 3? So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, first of all, I will go to the design. And first of all, we will look at the events navigation here. So if you would like to publish any event, first of all, you have to create an event. And that event is based on the JSON. So you can click on a create button and let's say EMP onboarding event. You can give any name that you would like to give and click on a continue button. When you click on a continue button, here is the option to define your event structure. It should be in a JSON format. You can provide the inline JSON or you can upload a .json file. So I already have one JSON employees, first name, last name, qualification, department, and age, and then repeating. So I'm going to send a repeated multiple employees. So I will use this array and make sure when you are defining an event, and if it is an array type, at least you give two objects in this array. Otherwise, this employees node will not be repeated in your mapper. So better you give two object at least and click on a create button. And when your event is created, it will be visible in this event. And if you would like to further add it or delete it, you can click here and then delete. You can clone this. If you would like to view your event, click on a view and here you can see the structure. The subscribers and publisher tabs is empty as of now because this event is not subscribed by anybody and there's no publisher as of yet. But once you will define publisher, once you define subscriber, the counter will be increased here and you can see who all are the subscriber integration and who all are the publishers integration. All right, here is the dependency as well that as of now it is 0, but once you will start using that event, the number will be increased. Let's go to the integrations now and let me click on a create button and let's use an application. And here I'm saying EMP producer. So this is the client that I'm going to create, which will publish an event. Here is the REST trigger. Let's say EMP next, and let's say EMP. Here I'm going to use the post. Configure a request payload and configure this endpoint to receive the response. On the next screen, I'm going to choose the same JSON that I have given to my event, but it can be a different as well. But let's use this for now. And then next, and on the next screen, I'm going to again use JSON as a response sample, and let's say event ID. Okay. Next, and finish. So this is the REST trigger that I have created. Now, how do we publish event? So to publish event, what you have to do? So there's a new action which has been introduced, which is called publish event. So you drag and drop this publish event here to publish the event. And once you do this, it will show you all the events that you have created, and whatever event you would like to use, you have to select it, or you can define a new event directly from here. But let's use this and click on choose and finish. Once you will finish it here, okay, sometimes it gives an error like another artifacts already exists with its name entered, but it is not. So what we should do if you get this error, let me come back and let me create another event, or let me clone it, okay, or let me create another employee onboarding event. I have seen this as a bug. Oh, okay. EMP onboard. And let's replace this, create. Go to the integrations now. Select edit. And let's delete this. And now try again. Okay. EMP on board, choose and finish. Okay. So I have seen this error, but let me try it again. Let's simply say onboarding event. Onboarding is not onboarding. BOR. Okay. User onboarding. Right. Let's try again. Let me see if that works now or not. That one. Yeah, that works now. And let's double click, and there's a mapper, and there you need to map your request data with this event data. Here we go. This is your onboarding request event, and this is your request wrapper. Employee, first name, last name, qualification, department, and then age. So this event is synchronous, and it will give you the response as well once the event is published. And let's see what will come in the response. So here's the mapper. You see user onboarding request. All right. Okay. I don't think so anything is here. Okay, fine. Let's leave it. Okay, or simply say in this, what I can do, integration metadata, runtime details, or let's push this instance ID here. Fine. Now my producer is ready. All right. Fine. Now my producer is ready. Now you can activate it, but you can create subscriber without a producer as well. That is the major difference between Gen 2 and Gen 3 publish subscribe. Now let's click on a create button. If you would like to create a subscriber, you have to use this event pattern. Like the event, let's say ATP subscriber, create. And then here it will ask which event you would like to subscribe for. Select this event and then choose user onboarding and finish, right? And now wherever you would like to push this data, you can push. For example, now I would like to use my ATP for now. Insert, invoke perform an operation on a table, insert, next, let's say admin, search, employee, import tables, next, and finish. All right, now map the event data to the ATP. All right, let's say request wrapper, first name, first name, last name, qualification, department, and then age. Fine, validate. Now this is my first subscriber and this subscriber is ready. Click on this and let's enable this guy. Fine, let's close this. Now this subscriber is ready. Let me create another subscriber here. And again, I will use the event. Let's say FTP subscriber. Create. And again, I will use the same event. Choose, finish. And there I will use the FTP adapter. Write file, next, write file, and let me give a directory here. Let me give emp.csv for now. CSV file, next, and let me drop a file here. Okay. Not this one, this is not correct. Let me give the correct file here. All right, not this one. Right. First name, last name, that's fine. Let's say EMP and let's say EMP set. Next. And then finish. Map. All right. First name, last name, qualification, department, and then age. Fine. Close this. Enable identifier. Fine. Now my second subscriber is also ready and you can keep adding more and more subscriber, but you can add only 20 subscriber attached to a single event as of now. This list can be increased later. All right, activate this and then activate this as well. Let it be activated. And let me log in here in meanwhile. All right, now let me produce a event here. Run. And I can also open another tab here. Body. Let's have this data for now and then run. Here I can come to the observability. And I should have, you see, producer. Let's refresh it. And you see FTP subscriber is fired. What happened to the ATP subscriber? All right. All right. ATP subscriber is not fired yet. Maybe it is not completely. You can see the onboarding request. That's fine. Let me see if it is fired or not. So it looks like it is not completely activated. So let me try it now. Yeah. It is still not fired, but let me try one more time. It will take a little time, actually. ATP subscriber is still not fired. Let me do one thing. Let me simply deactivate this first, and then we'll reactivate. There may be a problem in activation. Or let me see if there's any error here. No. It looks to me there's some issue with this. It is activated. Try to hit it now. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this ATP subscriber is fired, but there's an error. But that's fine. We can look into it. What's the error? Okay. Okay, there's some conversion error, maybe a age issue, but that's fine. I guess that's fine. But you see, both the subscribers are fired now. We can see FTP is 3, ATP is 1, and we have produced 3. Okay. Now let me go to my location. And the FTP location, I mean, then I will show you. So here you can see the emp.csv file is created. So, and if that ATP subscriber is also worked, then data will be inserted in your ATP as well. So this is how you can leverage the event pattern or publish event and events to create your publisher subscriber mechanism. And there's one more thing that I can show you here. So you can see if you go back here, you go to the events, and here you can see the usages of it as well. You see 3, you click here, then it will show you the subscribers list and then publisher list. So this is how you can check the dependency as well. That's all about this. Hope you find this useful. Thank you. Bye-bye.